think as we look in the future, one of the things that we're going to have to become is far better marketers of radio as an entity. We can't continue to be the 7% solution for the advertising dollar. If radio is to survive as an entity and to grow and to prosper, we have to get a bigger share of the advertising pie.
And remember, the more we compete against one another, the more that we do not use intelligent marketing approaches that benefit our industry, our marketplace, and every radio station in our individual markets, then we shortchange ourselves.
Marketing has changed a great deal. There have been massive influences on the advertiser's world, namely the marketing power is no longer in the hands of producers like Procter & Gamble and all the big ones we used to interview with when we came out of business school, the General Motors, the IBMs. The power now is in the Walmarts and the Toys R Us and the retailers, Food Line and things like that. People who are close to the customer and using all the technology of today to stay extremely close to the customer on a day-by-day basis.
Last year, I stood before this group and I told you that I felt that database marketing was one of the most important and skills that you could learn and gave you a tremendous competitive advantage. I'm going to change that statement today and tell you that database marketing, knowing your audience, being able to translate that into results for your advertisers is an essential element of survival today.
Obviously, we try and sell results, and I think there is a move back to the basics of just literally moving product off the shelves.
Yeah, not only are the advertisers interested in integrated marketing, meaning multiple vehicles, multiple influencers on the buying decision, they're also interested in more customized marketing. I like to think of it, and that's what I call it, customized integrated marketing. That's the word we use, CIM, customized integrated marketing. And by customized, I mean they're clearly not as interested as they used to be in reaching broad demographics. That's the old way. An 18 to 49 female, that used to be, hey, if you have those and you're number 1 or 2 or 3 rated, you're on the buy, that's great. Now they're interested in reaching 30 to 44-year-old women who have a heavy proclivity, that is, are heavy users of disposable diapers if they're selling Pampers or Huggies. And they want to get those people very exactly.
Thankfully, while it's still there, the days of just the transactional business are slowly going by the wayside. We can't operate our properties on meaninglessly low cost per points and pay competitive wages and market and live in the environment we're in. So I think that that has helped make us all as a group better broadcasters and better marketeers.
Radio has to become more of a marketer. The first thing is on the integrated basis. If people consider themselves and continue to consider themselves radio stations and a place where advertisers can buy radio, that's not terribly interesting to advertisers. That's nice and they'll go there, but that will leave them, I think, at the mercy of vendor buyers, which is a terrible place to be. If they really want to get value-added purchases, if they really want to be able to command the rates that they want to get, they have to think of them, they have to stop being peddlers of a station spots, or even, hey, here's duopoly, we're not selling the station spots anymore, we're selling all these stations. What are you when you sell all these stations? You're still a spot peddler, I'm sorry, you're just selling more radio stations. You have to go from that to being able to bring the advertiser multiple tools.
You know, I think primarily it started when we were thinking of how can radio work with cable a number of years ago, and some joint sales adventures got started. Most of them, I think, kind of dwindled. But as we kind of looked at the opportunities in the advertising marketplace, we felt that we could take our radio stations and supplement them with a good local magazine, some cable television, perhaps even some direct mail campaigns on behalf of the clients, and offer our clients a complete multimedia approach to their advertising needs.
If you look into, take a snapshot of most radio stations, the people writing copy on a day-to-day basis are oftentimes account executives on the run. But yet that's the product, the end result that we present to our advertisers and to our consumers. It's wrong. We need to do a better job of creative within our own industry, within our own radio stations. Let's give people a reason to come to our industry and get better direct results from the advertising that is aired.
In the past, we created this great credit economy throughout the United States, so everybody could buy everything they want. I mean, how many VCRs did you own 10 or 15 years ago? How many do you own today? People have a lot of everything. They have taken advantage of the credit society. It is much more saturated demand than we had before. So you have a lot tougher situation for the advertiser. It's just not as easy today to move product. That is dictating what they're looking at. They're not interested in linear media. They're not interested in making a TV buy or a radio buy. They're interested in integrated media, where a program that hopefully you put together reaches multiple contacts on their advertisers, pardon me, on their customer base. They're getting multiple things that influence the customer to buy their products.
And whether it's using sports as a jumping board for that, or a listener appreciation concert, or a monthly newspaper, a database, a lot of those areas we're looking at, plus other ideas, or they are a part right now of our ongoing efforts in the radio station. And they do wonderful things. Obviously, generally speaking, the issue of cost per spot's never brought up. Cost per point's never discussed.
We've come a long way since the day when we used to schlep spots to the filling stations on the local corner out of the back of our car. We are sophisticated marketers in this business today. And I think consolidation and duopoly has helped that a great deal by giving us larger staffs, better resources to better train our people. But I think probably the most exciting thing we're experiencing today in radio is to experience the increased demand for our product. You know, it's been a long time since there's been increased demand for any type of advertising product. And to see radio come out of the chutes like it has the last couple of years, with demand increasing throughout this country, is very exciting and points to a very bright future for us.